We've all encountered them: the customer who insists they're an expert, the one who demands impossible discounts, or the shopper who expects instant solutions to every problem. These familiar faces can turn a routine transaction into a test of patience. Their quirks and complaints often leave employees wondering if the customer is truly always right. As we explore these universally frustrating archetypes, it's worth asking, does the age-old mantra still hold up in today's world? Let's take a closer look at the reality behind the phrase and what it means for both customers and businesses. For decades, the phrase, "the customer is always right," has shaped business practices and customer service policies around the world. But in today's rapidly evolving marketplace, is this rule still relevant, or does it create more problems than it solves? The host invites you to reflect on how this principle influences interactions between businesses and their customers, and whether it truly leads to better outcomes for everyone involved. As we examine its effects, consider if unwavering adherence to this rule empowers customers at the expense of employees, or if it fosters a culture of respect and accountability. The central question remains: should businesses continue to prioritize customer satisfaction above all else, or is it time to rethink this long-standing approach? The phrase in question first appeared in the early 1900s, crafted as a clever marketing strategy. Its primary purpose was to foster a sense of trust between businesses and their customers, reassuring buyers that their satisfaction was a top priority. Contrary to popular belief, the slogan was never intended to give customers unlimited power over transactions. Instead, it served as a promise of fair treatment and attentive service. Over time, this approach helped companies distinguish themselves in competitive markets by emphasizing reliability and customer care. The slogan, "The customer is always right," began as a call for fair and respectful treatment in business. Over time, however, its meaning shifted. What started as a guideline for attentive service gradually became an expectation that every customer demand must be fulfilled, regardless of reasonableness. This evolution placed increasing pressure on employees to accommodate even unreasonable requests, often at the expense of their own well-being and company policies. The original intent, to foster trust and satisfaction, was overshadowed by an unhealthy belief that the customer's desires should always take precedence. As a result, the balance between fair service and practical boundaries was lost, leading to challenges for both staff and businesses alike. Imagine an expert chef, renowned for their culinary skills, being forced to use only ketchup as a seasoning for every dish they prepare. This restriction not only limits their creativity but also disregards the years of experience and knowledge they bring to the kitchen. In much the same way, enforcing rigid rules on your team can stifle their expertise and diminish their sense of value. Employees who feel their skills are overlooked may become disengaged, leading to lower morale and reduced motivation. Over time, this can result in a loss of innovation and a decline in overall team performance. Recognizing and trusting the abilities of your team is essential for fostering a positive and productive work environment. The implementation of this policy has created an environment where employees are expected to consistently perform at maximum capacity, often without adequate support or resources. Over time, this relentless pressure leads to widespread burnout, as staff struggle to balance increasing demands with their personal well-being. The most talented individuals, who are often relied upon the most, may choose to leave for organizations that prioritize employee health and satisfaction. As a result, the company faces a loss of valuable skills and experience. Those who remain often become disengaged, feeling undervalued and disconnected from their work. This cycle not only affects individual morale but also undermines overall productivity and organizational stability. Let's meet two types of customers affected by the policy: Problem Chad and Reasonable Susan. Problem Chad is notorious for exploiting loopholes, frequently returning products and demanding exceptions. The policy inadvertently rewards his disruptive behavior, offering him benefits and attention that encourage more of the same. Meanwhile, Reasonable Susan is a loyal, high-value customer who rarely complains and consistently follows the rules. Despite her positive track record, she receives little recognition or reward. This imbalance not only frustrates Susan but also risks alienating the very customers the business should value most. When businesses devote excessive resources to appeasing challenging customers, such as the proverbial Chad, the consequences can be significant. Staff time, attention, and even financial incentives are often redirected toward resolving repeated complaints or unreasonable demands. This not only strains operational budgets but also detracts from the quality of service provided to loyal patrons. Regular customers may experience longer wait times, reduced engagement, or a general decline in satisfaction as their needs are deprioritized. Over time, this imbalance can erode trust and loyalty among the core customer base. Ultimately, the effort to placate a few difficult individuals can undermine the overall experience for many, impacting both reputation and long-term success. When businesses focus their resources on appeasing problematic customers, they often neglect those who are most valuable. These loyal clients, who consistently bring in revenue and require less support, may feel overlooked or undervalued. Over time, this imbalance can erode their trust and satisfaction. As a result, your best customers may seek alternatives where their loyalty is recognized and rewarded. Meanwhile, the problematic customers continue to demand more attention, further straining company resources. This cycle not only diminishes profitability but also undermines long-term growth. Prioritizing the wrong clientele can inadvertently drive away those who contribute most to your success. At this pivotal moment, the true impact of the policy becomes clear. Rather than protecting the business, it inadvertently creates obstacles for both employees and loyal customers. Employees find themselves restricted, unable to provide the level of service they know is right, while good customers are left feeling undervalued and frustrated. This combination erodes trust and loyalty, which are essential for long-term success. The realization is stark. The policy, intended to safeguard the company, is actually undermining its core strengths. Recognizing this is the first step toward meaningful change. Traditionally, the phrase, "the customer is always right," has guided businesses to prioritize every customer's demands. However, a more effective approach is to focus on the right customer. By adopting the rule, "the right customer is always right," companies can align their efforts with those who genuinely value their products or services. This shift recognizes that not every customer is a perfect fit, and catering to all can dilute quality and strain resources. Prioritizing the right customers ensures better satisfaction, loyalty, and long-term success. It allows businesses to build stronger relationships and deliver exceptional experiences to those who matter most. The introduction of the new rule marks a significant step toward empowering employees in the workplace. By allowing staff to set clear boundaries, individuals gain greater control over their work-life balance. This autonomy enables team members to make more informed decisions about their tasks and responsibilities. As a result, employees can prioritize their well-being and avoid excessive workloads that often lead to burnout. The rule fosters a culture of respect and mutual understanding, where personal limits are acknowledged and valued. Ultimately, these changes contribute to a healthier, more sustainable work environment for everyone. Prioritizing the right customers is essential for cultivating lasting loyalty. When businesses invest in understanding and serving their most engaged audience, they create a foundation of trust and satisfaction. Loyal customers are more likely to return, advocate for the brand, and contribute to a stable revenue stream. This focus not only strengthens relationships but also reduces the costs associated with acquiring new customers. By nurturing a loyal tribe, companies foster a positive atmosphere that encourages repeat business and word-of-mouth referrals. Ultimately, concentrating on loyal customers leads to a healthier, more resilient business environment. As we've explored the concept of problem Chad and examined the impact of conventional business wisdom, it's clear that challenging established ideas can lead to valuable insights and growth. Your experiences and perspectives are important in shaping a more thoughtful approach to workplace dynamics. Consider reflecting on your own encounters with similar situations, and don't hesitate to share your stories. By questioning widely accepted beliefs, we can foster a culture of critical thinking and continuous improvement. Together, we can move beyond stereotypes and create environments that support genuine collaboration and innovation.